Okay, what you see here might look like a big spaghetti of cables, and in fact it is, but it's a structured kind of spaghetti. And what I've got here is an Arduino computer, Arduino Uno. Actually it's not a real Arduino, it's a cheap clone, but it should be 100% compatible. And there's a breadboard with a shift register chip on it. And a lot of cables, and there are some LEDs here, 8 LEDs to be precise. That are connected through resistors, of course, to the outputs of the shift register. And you can use the shift register to control these 8 LEDs here with using only 3 outputs, digital outputs of the Arduino, and of course a power and a ground. I will show you. If I connect a battery to the computer, you will see that the lights start doing something. What I do in fact is, not all the lights are totally bright, so I'm not sure if you can see it on film, but what you see is that with the shift register in my program code, I tell the shift register to put a 1 or 0 on the first output, and automatically it shifts, hence the name, all other outputs to the next pin. So if I put a high on pin 1, then the previous value of pin 1 is passed to pin 2, and I point at the LEDs because that is where you see the output, but of course the pins are actually on this little chip here. So if I put let's say there was a high on pin 1 previously, and I tell the chip to put a high on pin 1 again, then pin 2 will become high 2. And if I put a low on pin 1, then after it pins 2 and 3 become high because the values shift. Well, what I did in my program code is put either a high or a low on the first pin, depending on whether or not some counting value can be divided by 4. So if it can be divided by 4, I put a 1 on it or a high on it, and if it cannot be divided by 4, I put a low on it. So this results in 1 in each 4. In each 4 loops, I tell the first pin to become high, and the others I tell it to become low. And because in every turn all values are shifted, you see, well, a kind of motion of light going on here. And the nice thing about, well, this is very nice, but another nice thing about the shift register is that well, you see the lights moving to the right, and then suddenly, well, there are no more pins, so, well, the bits drop off, you could say. But you can use these dropping bits. You can tell the shift register to put these bits that drop off at the end to another shift register. So if I could connect another shift register to this one, I could, well, simply go on another 8 pins. But I haven't done that yet, so I will do that later.